So let's start the meeting. And today's agenda is we will be, yeah, hi, Piyush also joined.
Hey, hi everyone.
People were asking for
Yeah.
you, Piyush, and Heather wants to know if you're fine.
Oh yeah, no, thank you, Eda. Checking. So sorry, I was on another meeting, so
It's good
uh,
to see you, Piyush. I was worried about you.
I'm
How are you feeling now?
much better, much better. Thank you everyone. Eh, So we have certain agenda, guys.
Yeah.
Please start with that. Or if
Okay.
yeah, yeah, please,
So
Ashok.
today's agenda is I'll be explaining you how our operations feature set works. And if you have any question regarding these, you can ask me at the end of the session, or if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the middle also. Let me share my screen. We'll get the recording. Sure, I will send you the recording after it. No problem. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Amit. So the first thing is this is how the operations dashboard looks like. What are all the activities that you can do in this operations is what I'm going to be covering first. The first one is your user management. Any students that you have currently, all those detail will be listed out here. You have their name, and this is a new feature that we have implemented, which means we can identify this user is in which batch. So if you click on here, you will see the batch name here. Okay, and at what date this user has signed up, what was the last login, what is the plan the user is currently in, and what is the access, whether you have given the access or not. If you have not given the access, and if the user is in free plan, it will be like this. The grant button will be in blue color. If you have given any kind of an access, it will be like this, like the button will be in gray color, and here you will see which plan you have assigned to that user. So I'll also show you how you can grant. You just click on grant and select pro or pro max and grant the plan, and this action can't be reverted, so just putting it out there. And here you can use this feature to assign journey. In every course you would have created or curated a journey for your students, so those things can be assigned from here itself. And for every single user, you can view their individual analytics here and also export that data. And this is one of the cool feature which was requested by most of our customer for a very long time. So what happens here is, for any user, you might not know what resources you have assigned to that user, right? So instead of going back to your chat or looking into your record, you can simply come to the user portal and maybe type in their name and go to view assets. So what happens here is, all the assets, be it structured test, practice test, or any learning resources that you have assigned to that particular user, will be listed down here. And also, in the structured test, you can also see what are the upcoming tests that the user is having, what are the ongoing tests. Let's say they are in the mid of any structured test, so those kind of tests will come here. And what are all the tests they have completed. From here itself, you can also see the analytics of the completed test, and you can also see if that particular user has skipped any test, so you can go back and ask them to take the test again if you want. Same applies for your practice test and resources. So all the assets comes under this assigned asset ka feature. Um, is there any doubt so far, people? You can give me a thumbs up using the button that you have here. Like under, you'll see some emojis. You can use that also and give me a thumbs up if everything is fine. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand. Okay. I'm
Okay,
assuming
where's the raise hand button?
raise hand, but yeah,
Is that it? Okay.
yeah, okay, cool. Thank you so much. So, Priyanshu. Okay, cool. I'm hoping that we've got good understanding of how the user thing works. Now I'll go to assign. So assign is your assign is a place where you can individually assign a particular test to any user or batch. Now, if you see here, we have all the list listed down. This consists of your structured test, practice test, and resources. If you only want to see what are all the structured tests that's been in your course, you can just move to this tab and you see all your structured tests listed here. From here, you can assign it using this button. Now you know, you're very much familiar with how this whole thing works. You can either assign to a batch or you can assign to a student as well. Now, here we have made an interesting enhancement. Let's say you want to assign this structured test, this particular structured test to 5 students, but you have not created a batch with that 5 student. So at that time, what you can, if you want to select multiple tests and assign it to multiple students, you can just use these check boxes. So we have this here, and assign multiple tests. You can do the same procedure. Select the number of tests, select the user, and you are good to go. Your test will be assigned to multiple students. The same goes here. For practice test also, you can do the same. The list of practice tests will be here. You can multi-select it and assign to students. Any doubts here? I'm expecting a thumbs up again.
No, it's clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So insights. So the next tab is the insights tab. Roshu, do you have any doubt? I see you have raised your hand. Okay, I think it's by mistake.
No. Did it by mistake. I'm sorry.
No, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Okay, so now this is your analytics part. Now analytics has been renamed to insights. So this will be the terminology that we will be using from now on. We have 3 types of analytics here. You can view the analytics for each test, each user, and each batch as well. So if you navigate here, this is the test-wise analytics. This test has been taken by this user, and you can go to the analytics here and check it out. And user-wise analytics will be listed down based on the usernames. Like Ayush, what was the analytics? Jane, what was the analytics? You can individually see the analytics data. And batch data, if you have created a batch earlier and assigned all those tests and resources, the batch analytics will appear here. So for that, you have to create a batch, and from the drop down, you can select these batches and see the whole batch analytics there. Is this understandable? Am I making sense here? Okay. I have a question. We need to know how to bulk add 20 students for the journey that does not have a free test also. Need to know how to group batch assignment to 20 students classroom. Okay, I'll definitely answer this at the end of the call. I'll also show you how you can do that as well, Lemmy. Okay, and the next one is batches. So like I told you, if you want to manage multiple students who are having the same say exam dates or say mastery level, you can just use this feature to bundle them into one batch. So let me show you how you can create your batch. Now click on create batch. You just have to give a very understanding name, be it September batch or max algebra, something like that you can understand and come back to. And you have to select the course here. And you have to assign a teacher. Now let's say I'm assigning myself, and add a start date and an end date. This is also a mandate thing currently. So if you don't add your start date and end date, you won't be able to create the batch. So simply add a start date and end date and start adding your students. So you can add multiple students. I'm selecting few people. Okay, so let me create the batch. Okay, like I told you, I have to add the start and end date. Done. So there you go. Our batches has been created. So you will see all the batches here. This is the one that I've currently created. You can archive any batches if that student has gone out of your organization or completed completed an exam in your institute. You can do that also. You can just simply click on archive and it goes into this archive tab. So this is how the batch works. So basically the best practice is to create batches and use those batches to assign your resources. You can individually assign as well, but the best practice is if you have multiple students, you can simply create a batch and it just takes like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of your time. Okay, any doubts so far, people? Okay, cool. I am assuming that you guys got what batches are. Now I'm moving on. Thank you, Priyanshu. So I'm moving on to the next feature called scheduled Zoom. So I'll try to explain this in a very simple manner. Scheduled Zoom, scheduled class, and calendar are all related to taking online classes using Zoom. So if I have to put it in a simple words, that's the context. So here you have to integrate your Zoom with your Vega.ai account. I have made an integrated video of how you can do this. After this call, along with the call recording, I will also send you how you can integrate this. If you already have got a Zoom license, you just have to connect that account with Vega.ai. And from there, once you have connected your account, you would be able to create classes inside Vega.ai itself. Now I can show you a live demo. Let me see which account has been connected.
Aishwarya, dev platform is connected. Like if you platform dev, you will open in the Learn Queue organization. That is connected.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. In Learn, I think we have it. So this is how your schedule Zoom tab will look like after you have integrated your Zoom. Now I will show you how to quickly create a Zoom meeting. Click on create Zoom and give a topic. Let's say something like this, and your meeting time. That means when you want the class to be scheduled. I have created the class for, let's say, Monday, 9 a.m. Okay. And you can choose your time zone as well. And this is where you play around with the duration of your Zoom class. You can conduct a 30-minute Zoom class. You can conduct a 60-minute Zoom class. That is totally up to you. And if you want this class to be a recurring one, you can click checkbox this. You can make it recurring daily or weekly or monthly as well. This is totally up to how you want to take the classes online. And you can simply put an agenda. This is not a mandate thing. And you can add your batch. So this is where I've told you, instead of adding single individual students, you can just create a batch and simply put the batch there, and everyone who are in this batch will get this calendar invite. Now you can add the teacher. I'm going to add, yeah. And once you click on schedule a meeting, your meeting will appear in the list like this. Yeah. So see, this is the one that I've created, and you can do the distribution in two ways. The one way is to copy the link and share it in your WhatsApp group, email, whichever suits you. If not, the same meeting will be available in the app portal as well. So they can also see what is their upcoming classes. In a minute, I'll show that also. Here, as a teacher, as an educator, you can also see what are all the upcoming meetings that you have, upcoming classes that you have to take. And another cool feature is you can see this in a calendar view also, because everybody you are used to see a calendar. So here, if you see, you can know which are the meetings that are upcoming, and the completed ones are also there if you want to know what are all the classes that you've completed earlier. Now, let me show you how this will look in the user portal, as in the students portal. That I need to sign in. Any questions so far in integrating or creating these Zoom classes?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying to talk to you.
Yes.
Where you hit the schedule Zoom, can you go back there from the beginning? Because, okay, well, because I'm on my end and I don't see that.
Yeah. So for you to see this view, there should be a Zoom integration done already. So I'll also quickly send you that link also, where you have to get some data from Zoom and just connect it here. It's not very technically hard thing and all. I have explained it in the video. Maybe after this meeting, I'll send everyone an email with the recording as well as how to integrate the Zoom. Hope that's fine.
Okay,
Cool.
okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I hope my. So this is the user portal. Now, in the last, you will see classes, right? So here, the user, as in the student, will be able to see what is their upcoming classes. So like I told you, the calendar view is available. So from here also, they can just join the class. So this is how the Zoom integration works. Any doubts so far? I am thinking everything is clear. Okay, now let's answer.
No, she asked what plan she needs.
Yeah,
What Zoom plan, let me ask you, we should have to integrate here. It should be any paid plan, right?
Priyanshu, can you give context on this, please? What Zoom plan should have for this? Okay, we have one more question from Remy. We need to know how to add bulk 20 students for the journey that does not have a free test also. Piyush, can you help me out here?
Yep.
Yeah. So we need, can you please look into the chat box? Lemmy has asked a question about adding 20 students to a journey which has free test.
So you don't necessarily need to add a student in a journey, Lemmy. So journey means a free journey means anybody signing up on your user portal, student portal, and going to that course, because a journey is created under a course. Okay. And anybody signing up on the portal, like for example, if I share my screen, okay, and go to this particular portal, if I go to digital sat course of satisfactory and go to diagnostics, which he has kept for free, okay, I can see the diagnostic test over here. So you can choose what test or resource you want to have it under a free journey of a particular course. And when a student by default sign up, either they can sign up, come to a portal, or you can simply go and invite them one by one as a single user, or you can do a bulk upload as a CSV. You can download the template, create that Excel sheet file, again export as CSV and upload the CSV, and you can in bulk invite these users. Okay, so this is totally possible from operations. Under a particular course, you can add users one by one or multiple as well. But again, to answer your query, which like you don't have to add them as a free journey. You create a free journey, by default they will be able to see what all you have added in the free journey. Okay, perfect, cool.
Okay, thank you, Piyush, for the great explanation. And people, do you have any more questions? We are open for Q&A. Not only about batches, if you have about other things also, we are open to answer it.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I also wanted to add a couple things.
Yes.
Very soon, or maybe it has already been released, I haven't checked, but uh, resume test feature has already come up on the app side of the portal, or will come up like in a couple of days. So students can now save and resume their test, as well as the retake test has also come up. So the same test can be taken multiple times now. We have made it a possibility, and students will see how they did in the retake test opens up a screen where they already see how they did in the same test on any past dates that they have taken the test, and then take it again. So these two things are also coming to the coming to the user portal, which is obviously, I think was a much requested feature by a lot of people.
what used to happen previously is like if somebody say stopped or test abruptly stops, they want to resume the test from the same place. So you have to come in the platform, get the resume link, share with them. Now they can resume, students can resume the test from the user portal itself. You don't need to work and share the link with them. So that problem is solved. And second, as Kushal was saying, they can retake the test as well.
Any questions? Okay. Okay, Piyush, do you have anything as an end note? I have a question about the new green bar on the top of the screen.
Oh yeah, Heather, that's there to push you to purchase more accounts. Just promoting that if you purchase accounts in bulk, you'll get more discount. So that's a little just push that you can only see, only admin can see, no teachers and all will not be disturbed. So this is just to push you to purchase more accounts. Oh no, student account students can also see how when you're sharing the screen.
Yeah, because whenever we meet to tutor one-on-one and I want to review their test results with them and look at the questions they missed, I'm sharing my screen, right?
Okay,
So then they can
okay.
see. Is there a way that I can agree to
Yeah.
it or keep it off of just the test review pages?
Yeah, I guess they should be okay understood and it should go off. Perfect. So we'll I guess it should not be a sticky thing. We should allow you to close that, hide that. So we will do that. I guess we start taking note of that.
And because we're a very small business, I appreciate the buy in bulk, but 50 is the lowest bulk, and that's a full year for us, right? So we're not going to as much, like if it were 10, we're in. But just so you know, 50 is, we're not going to buy that many at once.
Okay, no, appreciate Heather. So we'll keep get that done. It's a small thing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather.
I
Yeah,
just
Laimi.
have a few sort of random questions as we're going to do our first set with 2 to 3 schools next week.
Mhm.
And so I wanted everybody to sort of ask their questions in case I get off topic. But
If like something you want a separate meeting on, or is it something
well,
generic?
I didn't know if this was the form because you're recording. And I know you did the first part of the presentation about the bulk training. So
For this, let me if it's very specific to your organization, I would appreciate that we can take that one off and maybe after this meeting itself we can connect. Okay. I will send a meeting link in the WhatsApp group that we have. We can connect over there after this meeting. Okay. But yeah, anybody has any questions? Because this office hours is more around like if you have anything, if you want to understand or anything with the flow issue that we can answer your queries on.
Piyush, yes, I have. I'm Akshay.
Yeah, hi Akshay.
Yeah. So the thing is, what is happening? Let me share my screen.
Yes, please.
So we created a course, okay? As you're aware, the TMUA course. One glitch I noticed on the portal is when we come to the question database and add the question here in the form of PDF, what is happening? It, if even if it is lesser than 10, the 50 MB or something like point 12 MB or something like that, sometimes it throws an error stating that it cannot be uploaded or anything. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. That's totally okay. But when that is done, what is happening when it throws an error? Obviously, I am under assumption that the questions are not uploaded. Okay, but when I come back after certain point of time and see the question set over here, it is already here. So that's the kind of glitch I saw, and almost 230 of those questions I had to archive, because later in the next stage when I re-uploaded them by making the less number of questions in a single document or something like that, wo upload ho gaya tha. So I couldn't do it. So I had to archive all of them. So like that, it created a very big this thing for me. So maybe there's a glitch or something like that that you can see. As you can see here, it's almost 230 questions of those.
So you and somebody basically you are saying that
Mhm.
acted the question, but it threw error in the front end.
Yeah, here on the front end on the right side, it
You
threw me an error stating. Yeah.
help us with the PDF that you uploaded. Few of the,
I don't have that right now. Okay, maybe I can try. I don't know if
or you
which.
can send us separately as well.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Perfect. That was the only thing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we'll try this, and obviously, if it's a bug, we'll definitely get that fixed.
Sure. Works. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay.
Yeah.
Anybody, any question?
Yeah, just a question on the question database. Once it's been deployed, you can always go back and add additional questions. Correct?
Sorry, come again.
Like you can always go back when you create the course,
Mm-hmm.
you can, and you're creating questions and you have deployed the course, you can go back and add additional questions throughout.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah. You can keep on adding the questions. Once even a test or a questions that you have added and given to students, you can obviously go back and edit. Because sometimes, suppose if there was an issue that AI made an error or a human made an error, but we figured out students raised an issue, reported a problem that, hey, this question is not correct or answer is not correct. So you can always go back and edit the question. And once you edit and make changes, that will be changed in for your organization only. Okay. And kids can see the updated uh, question. So you can edit, you can add, you can archive at any point of time. Okay.
And then also with the students that we'll be meeting with, it'll be inside of the school, inside of the classroom. And sometimes the schools have these firewalls when it comes to technology.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if we should ask the parents to give a non-school email. So I just wanted to make sure with the platform that it doesn't have to be Gmail. That they
So
like what extension will be acceptable, because if we ask the parents to give their email, it could be Yahoo, it could be Hotmail, it could be iCloud. Are there any issues with any of those that we should be aware of?
they can use any email, be Gmail or anything email apart from Google. The firewall issues that you have mentioned, yes, some school has that restrictions, but when you're talking to the school, you can just allows them that allow the domain that you have, like the portal that you have, that the critical thinking child or the portal name. Okay, and they can whitelist that. That we know few of our customers uh, had to whitelist our domain. So you can just tell your portal name. Okay, say I don't know what exactly your URL is. The critical thinking child.
Learn, learn dot.
Yeah, learn dot. So you can just send this URL to the respective schools wherever there is a restriction on the firewall. And once they add this URL, students can open in their computer lab or in their laptop in their using that school infrastructure. It is just a minute job.
Okay.
Okay. Kushal, you wanted to say something? I guess.
No, I already talked about the resume and the retake thing. I think those two things were there. But also, like we have allowed in the extraction thing, copy paste. That has been a recent enhancement. Like a lot of people, in fact, Lemmy, you also wanted it. Like the only way previously you could use that feature was you have to upload a file. Now, even if you have taken a screenshot somewhere on your screen and it's on your clipboard, you can just do Control V, and the extraction engine will take it, and you will see a preview of what you're uploading. If it's an image, basically, mostly for an image, right? Uh,
Yeah. And so
so Piyush can show it. So it is working perfectly. And even what we are doing right now is that we are extending this feature to all the AI tools that we have built. So like even within assignment generator or flashcard generator or all these stuff, you can just take a clipboard, like an image, and just submit it there. So yeah, like how Piyush just took a screenshot and just submitted, and he's seeing a preview as well. He will select a question type and he can just go for extraction.
no more saving in your desktop. I know a lot of
Yeah,
companies.
no more saving in your desktop. I know, like this was creating a lot of like desktop like random images in a folder. So it's no longer there, and this feature will be extended to the user end as well, because in on the user side as well, users can take a screenshot and ask questions to your AI avatars as well. So those will be coming soon. Uh, we are also working on evaluations of your AI avatar. So you can actually now very soon give your AI avatar a test and see how they are scoring. This is basically just to kind of gain trust on your avatar and whether or not your avatar is also knowledgeable enough on that topic, that course, that subject, so that you can trust and kind of deploy these avatars more reliably to your students. So these are a couple things that we are definitely planning. As in, some of them are already deployed, and some are going to come soon. And maybe maybe by next week or something.
Any
If
other
anybody,
questions?
yeah, any other question anybody has, please feel free to ask.
Heather had to say something. Heather just
Yeah,
I,
she wants to know that you take in user portal itself.
that are definitely long-term things, but I thought they were good ideas you might want to hear. First, it would be nice if there was a way to prevent the results from a test from being included in the overall analytics. Okay, when students are tested early and is marked as incorrect for all the questions they didn't answer, it messes up. What are their levels in the various categories? This would let us stop that. So either that's why we have allowed now retaking the test. Uh, but again, you also understand that kids are smart, right? They try to end up the test and default the technical systems or the platform, and they see the answers and then try to again uh, answer, take the test again. And that obviously doesn't give the right analytics. Yeah, Roshio and Lemmy, I guess. Yep.
Yeah, I'm noticing Heather's question, and we've thought about it both ways. So we have some students, like what Heather is saying, um, well,
This is what
we don't have students like that, but I mean, taking that SAT, you got to be a serious student, because this is for college, but you still will have some students that are not taking it seriously, and we kind of do a different approach for them. But if you do decide to enhance the feature, if you can just make it an option to be like an on or off
that's
feature.
already there. But again, it's not mandatorily that they cannot see. Currently, it's a toggle on off button. If they toggle on, they can see the answers and solutions. Okay. But again, at the end, kids need to understand, and we need to educate them that's their life and they have to take it seriously, because howsoever tight system we make it, if somebody wants to misuse the system, they can take out their phone, click a photo, go to GPT and try to find out answer of that. We can't help it out. The only way is just we should keep on educating them that it's their life, they have to take it seriously. And we all have been in that stage of our life, and it in long term doesn't really help anybody, right? And as a teacher, we can try to be more strict, or just make them educate that there's no point of scoring 1590 in a mock test. They should aim to score that on a real test, and that can only be scored if they practice sincerely. No shortcuts. There's no shortcut to success, right? Yeah, I guess Heather, you have shows how their test scores are growing over time. Yeah, Heather, uh, back in the day we used to have. We'll see how we can handle this, because there we can only compare the graph between a similar test type. So currently we allow you to build any full length test or a sectional test using structured test, and that's why that graph thing has become difficult to show. But yeah, nothing is impossible. We have to think over it, and we'll definitely come up with something. Yeah.
And the AI avatar that we have for individual courses, will it be, reflecting it on the students? And say, for example, at this point of time, we have a SAT, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I have created an AI avatar for TMUA. Let's consider that. So that is, not being reflected on the portal. Is there some setting that I will have to turn it on or something like that, or how does it work?
So on the home page, they can see
Mhm.
all the avatars that you have deployed. It can be
Mhm.
Dr. Jennifer for TMUA, Aisha for say ACT, okay, and
Uh,
different things. So they can see all the avatars at the home
no,
page.
I'm not able to see that. Can I just share my screen if that's okay?
Yep, why not?
Okay, one sec.
No, Akshay, course avatars are actually limited to the courses.
Acha, okay.
They will only open up inside a course.
Huh?
And basically, they're mainly appearing inside when when kids are reviewing the a test or something. So then in that case, you will see that avatar that has been deployed. The practice with avatar feature has been suppressed right now. But
Okay,
the
okay.
practice with avatar will also come up very soon. So there also they will see the course avatar, not the general avatars.
Can you take any test over here, Akshay? Diagnostic.
If you have taken any test, if you go for
Yeah.
review,
Just-
you will see the the course avatar.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you can do some random selection. Finish.
But Heather, going back to your question, I mean, do you basically not want basically in a test, if students have not responded, if there is nothing, so instead of marking it incomplete, or like incorrect, we basically just say that this is the student did not respond, and don't include those questions in their overall mastery scores. Is that what you're asking for?
I think that's not exactly right, because on the real, I only ever use the SAT course. On the real SAT, if you leave something blank, it is counted as incorrect, and we have to train our students to always guess if they don't know, so that they don't leave them blank. So that's not exactly true, but if like 10 questions in a row are blank, well, that's not because they didn't know the questions, it's because they just didn't do that part of the test. So it's not like one blank, it's like a whole set of them.
Yes. Okay. Because we also follow the same policy. If they did not do correct, or like we did not record any response, it is marked incorrect at this point.
Yeah.
And basically, and that's how all the analytics and mastery and everything is then basically being calculated.
If I had to pick between the two, I would pick leaving it blank to not count, because it's far more often, like when you leave one or two blank, that's not a big deal. But when you leave half the test blank, it really does make then the analytics not that helpful for the rest of the time. So I think that's the lesser of the two evils. would be that direction.
Yep. Yep. But I think with this retake thing, hopefully, like, maybe the kids can do better. I mean, that's what my hope is. If they did not do well in the first test, or they weren't serious, maybe. So now, like, basically what has, in a way, like, the 15 full length tests that we have given, it's no longer just 15, right? Like, basically it's infinite in a way. They can take these same 15 tests as many times they want, or if you have added more full length tests from your end, basically now they don't have only 15, they have actually like kind of unlimited number of attempts to these 15 full length or howsoever full length test is in your environment. So that's, I feel like, will be a very big add. And then we made a very big change in how we were recording students' answer, so that from this point onwards, even if they leave a section or a module or a practice test in the middle, they can always come back to the same question and like just to resume the test.
Kushal, do you mind just repeating that? Because that's a question. I think it's my understanding. I don't think it's you, but I just want to make sure I fully have it, because I have to explain to students, and if I don't understand it, I'm not going to explain well. How do they resume the test? Is it still the resume link, and so I have to be in the middle of that process, or is it a way that they can just resume the test themselves?
They can resume the test themselves. Piyush, can you maybe we have to simulate that environment, but now they can resume the test themselves if for whatever reason. I mean, we will deploy it very soon. For whatever reason, the test basically gets stuck, or they don't want to kind of do it anymore and just want to press save and resume later.
Yes.
They can come back to that same test.
Is that coming soon, or is that something they can?
It's in our dev environment, but we are just testing this feature completely. And then we will release it mostly, very soon. So the whole, like, both resume and retake will come very soon.
Oh, wonderful.
So that, I think those two features were requested by a lot of people. That's why we ended up like kind of, particularly as people were giving practice tests, just for kids to practice, right? And I saw some folks had added 100 questions in their in single practice test. Obviously, kids are not going to sit and do 100 questions in one go. And so they were all requesting that, can we have this save and resume feature? So we ended up building a save and resume feature in practice test. Also, very soon it will happen. It's not there yet, but I remember you talking about the full screen thing. So full screen is going to become an optional thing. By default, screens are not going to go full screen. It will become an option when you're building a structure test, whether or not you want to have a full screen when students are taking the test. So you will have to select it just how you select a calculator. You will select whether or not you want full screen on the student end for the full screen effect to happen. Because what we are also seeing, that a lot of the issues that we always encountered where like the test or the module was not selected was always a full screen issue, because different devices, different browsers, or even when students have firewalls or some things like that, antivirus thing installed, they all mess up with full screen, because these technologies or these things actually, like, don't want to like any application to go full screen and take complete control of the screen. So so that was the major issue, like, that we found in debugging a lot of the students' issue when the test was stuck somewhere. So we finally decided that, what, our default mode is going to be no full screen. If somebody wants, they can turn it on, but we will give them a fair enough warning that it may cause issue with certain device or browsers, or if students have firewall or like, antivirus kind of thing installed. So just fair enough, like, what you're dealing with, go ahead with it kind of thing.
That sounds wonderful. And then so the save and resume feature is not yet available to my students, but you're working on it. It was
No, it should be by this weekend, or like, by Monday we will for sure release it. I mean, we have been testing it. It's looking fine. It's just minor few kinks in here and there.
no, I take
yeah.
your time, but I wanted to make sure I understood correctly.
Yeah. No, but no more you sending a resume link. Basically, if they left a test in between, in the middle, or for whatever reason, like a test got stuck in the middle, they will say they got kicked out of the test. They will always see in the same test card, they will see a resume link now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So like you don't have to get into the middle. Like they can just come back to that same screen and just press resume test, and they will go back to that resume.
We're going to love that change. Thank you so much.
No, thanks.
Kushal, I can see the retake feature is live on the dev. Can I share the screen and show how it looks?
Okay.
Resume is not there, but retake is in the dev. I'm sharing my screen.
I mean, resume is also on dev, Ashwarya. Basically, you have to make a glitch, or like leave a test in the middle, then you will see the resume thing.
Okay, so this is the user portal. So if you go to the Learning Hub and select any completed, go to the complete section. Here also there is a word retake. So if you click on it, the button is here. So they can retake the test from here. This is how the UI is looking like.
And if they had multiple tests, all those tests will be shown, like as in like the same test, if they had given multiple times, they will see all of them at one place.
And here we can make that graph.
Yeah, here we can make the graph, and we will make the graph here. The problem was, as Piyush said, like, because people started deploying sectional tests as well with only like say English section or like just math section or like things like that. We did not know how to compare, like, like some one is having 800, one is having 1600. How can you plot everything on same graph? As well, you can try like leaving a test, and you will see that you can resume it.
I shouldn't stop, right?
Aditya, you are there. I mean, maybe you can share your screen and just quickly show.
Yeah, just take this. Sorry for the delay. I'm just sharing my screen. So like there are few more changes that I've made also. It's regarding the little bit changes of positioning of buttons, of calculator references and all. I'm actually on tablet, so probably loading time might be a little higher. I had this test all completed, so I cannot complete it once again. Let's go to the second module. Yeah. So the time has already started. And for example, if I've selected option of step 1 or question 1 and also mark for review the question, let's close it here and go to the next question and do some other changes as well. So right now, for some reason, if the user has to like close this tab and like
try to open once again, or even I do a whole refresh, I will be able to retain all the response that I have made earlier.
So just for example, guys, if you all remember, in the past, the resume link that we used to share or you used to generate, you used to only save the response till the last module. Now what we have done the changes is, if they are selecting any question, at each question we are saving the response and progress, so that by mistake, if they end up the test, or by purpose, they can start the test from where they left. Also, as you can see the UI, we have changed the calculator on the right side, making it more similar to or congruent to Blue Book interface. Also, we have come up with notes. I guess Heather, this also you wanted to have it. So now they can add a note while taking the test, that okay, something they want to discuss with Heather later on, or any other teacher. So they can add the note while taking the test or while reviewing the test. Also, they can add a note.
Yeah, I was gonna add, like, they can add a note while reviewing as well. So
Yeah.
that will the only feature that we are struggling is the highlight, uh, just because the technology we use, but we will have a solution soon enough for that as well.
Yeah. So that's it. That is it. Cool then. Uh, I know Rocio. Honestly, I never use that feature. Again, hey, the world is you full of unique people, right? Something you will like, something other will don't like, something you will don't like, something I will like, and we have everybody happy, right? So, that's how it is. But yeah, but thank you again. I know Ratio. Let me. You had few doubts. If you want, you can stay in this meeting. We'll stop the meeting recording. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. See you
Thank you,
next
Speaker.
time. Bye bye.